Every afternoon, I love to go on a little break and dump all of my thoughts on Voicepal. And so what I do is I grab my phone, grab my AirPods, get ready to go out into the street, and I just start rambling. So I open up the Voicepal app and I go into my feed, I tap on the record button, and as soon as I'm ready, I'll just start talking and getting into the flow. Let me show you what it actually looks like on the phone screen into detail. I just finished recording, so I hit the done button, and now my audio is processing. This can take between a couple seconds and a couple minutes, depending on the length of your audio recording. From this point onward, you can access a wide variety of features. The first one that we have here is something that we call chapters. These are time-stamped moments in your audio recording that you can tap into on a sentence-by-sentence basis. This is very useful if you're looking for a specific moment in your recording, and the only way that you recall that is through tapping into that sentence. Opposite to the chapters and on the right side of the play button, you have another button which lets you add additional thoughts to your recording. This can be super helpful in situations where some other additional thoughts might come to mind after you record it and after the recording has processed, but you still want to go ahead and add more thoughts. And what this will do is it will prompt the recorder. You will record the additional thoughts, and then those will be added to your existing recording, and that will modify all of the content, including the transcript and the summary, to take into account all of the new information. Right underneath, you have a wide variety of content formats that get generated from your recording. In this case, by default, we have clean and original transcripts that you can switch between using this toggle that you see on the screen. And then you can very easily copy any of the two by tapping on the top right copy icon that you have available on any single content format card. And as you can see, it's not just a transcript that you get, but also a summary. We have an additional button here at the bottom that is called the turn into anything function. And you can use this to turn your recording into any format you can think about. In my particular case, I like to turn my recordings often into catchy video title ideas for my YouTube channel. And so I had previously created a preset which I can then easily tap into any time that I am generating, video titles based on your recordings. And, if I need something specific for a particular recording that I'm doing, such as this one, I can go ahead and tap on something else. And what that'll do is it will open up an input where I can specify the format of what I want to get outputted based on my recording. Maybe, to give you an idea of what's possible here, if I know how to type, maybe we can do, in this case, I went to an event and I want to get a list of all the main ideas and takeaways from that event so that I can take that, as learnings for the future. So I'm just going to go ahead and specify that on the input here. And as you can see right underneath, you have the option of saving as a preset for future use. Not needed in my case. And now all you have to do is wait for the content to be generated. And hey, look at that. Now if we scroll down a little, you can see that we have a new card underneath the summary that says key takeaways from event attendance. It got auto-generated on the fly. And I have what I wanted, a list of, takeaways from the event, which I can then copy and take wherever I want. I went ahead and generated a few more outputs just to give you an idea of what's possible and also getting a little bit more creative. And now that I'm back home from my walk, I thought I might as well share this with you in the context of the Voicepal web app, which is a companion app that you can open up on your laptop or on your desktop computer on a browser window. And it essentially has all of the information and recordings that you are recording yourself on your phone with. I can go ahead and play this if I want to. I can access chapters. I can switch between the original and clean transcript. I can access the copy function here. And as you can see, I also have all of these turn into anything outputs. And here I did the one we just looked at, the key takeaways. And I also did a pre-event action plan. So this is a more like actionable list of things that I plan to do until my next event. It was as easy as typing out the prompt that I wanted to get into. And also I thought I would share this with others. So I would write an email to my boss, to Pablo, where I would, just tell him a little bit about the experience. And as you can see, it's like super nicely formatted because it has like a subject title and some placeholder content for me to go ahead and change this with the information that's, relevant for me. And as you can see, the formatting is perfect. And also I thought I would write a little poem, to the event organizer, basically thanking him for the amazing work that he did. And I decided to do that with Turn Into Anything. And I can actually also use Turn Into Anything on the web app. So if I say, for example, turn my recording into a rap song as sang by Eminem. Hopefully we're not going to get into any copyright issues here. But just for the sake of trying this out, let's see what happens. I'm going to tap on the send button here, and it's, as you can see, generating our content. So as usual, all we have to do is wait for a couple seconds. And there we go. Now we have it. It says generated yesterday's meetup. And look, it even gave us some, bulletless points here for some reason. And I'm definitely not going to wrap this live to all of you, but you can wrap it. You can wrap it in your mind and see if it makes sense. I think it's pretty cool. So yeah, in a nutshell, that's a little bit also about the Voicepal web app and just how useful this can be. When you're switching environments and, maybe when you want to record yourself and get into that creative zone, you are doing it outside, or when you're going for a run or for a walk or at a cafe, but then you want to come back home and you want to actually consume the recording and turn it into any format, which you can then, very easily just tap on the copy and take it into a different app. This can also be fantastic on a, desktop environment on your browser with the web app. So in a nutshell, that's a little bit about what you can do with Voicepal.